culture seems to leave behind certain things, and I would like Wood Window Makeover to ensure that that romance that is encapsulated in the historic window idea, it remains for as long as possible. People have these 100-year-old homes, and they don't know what to do with things like the windows. They assume that somebody's going to be able to go out to some home store and get some kind of piece that's going to replace it, but there's no replacement parts.
Every single window is custom made. Every one of them. I know it's well over 100. And where people were tearing these buildings down, we had the consciousness, that we wanted to restore the building. Working with Steve, there was no cutting corners, but every single window in the building is a original back, original cypress, original steel weights, fully functioning, identical to the day it was built in 1907. Definitely not in my lifetime will we ever have to touch these again, possibly maybe just a fresh coat of paint. When you put your heart into the work like we do at Wood Window Makeover, it makes a difference. People can tell. We'll take the sash right out of the opening, take them to our shop, refurbish them at the shop, strip them down, take the glass out, put the glass back in, repaint everything, seal it all up. Meanwhile, somebody in our company will refurbish the frames on site, and when the sash are done and the frames are done, we bring the two back together, we put it all back together mechanically, make sure everything functions, and basically they come out with a brand new window.
Because we're in a historic district, we weren't allowed to take out windows or add windows. So basically we just wanted to make them look as beautiful as we knew that they could be. Our house is featured in the Architectural Review guidelines as to how you're supposed to restore your windows. So I felt like we had added pressure to do it right, and that's why we wanted to hire Steve. Steve was really easy to work with. I loved his team. They were all very professional.
Back in 2009, Wood Window Makeover decided to do a workshop that would empower people with knowledge about how to work on their homes and things like that. We invite other window restorers and preservation trades from around the country. In the past 2 years, we've been able to give back more than $15,000 a year per project.
Today we're working on the windows down here in the first story of this church. There's 6/6 windows. They're 1920s, I believe, and just trying to get them out, get them working again. These windows can last for another 100 years, 200 years. They really will last indefinitely if they're cared for and given a little bit of maintenance here and there.
I want other people to experience, what I feel, the experience of touching history and being a part of it.
All the hardware stores out there are focused on new buildings and how to do, replacement and installation of things. And these buildings were built with repair and maintenance in mind. And it's just a shift in how we think about building and repair and maintenance.
We want to pass on this knowledge to people, and we can do that and give back to the community at the exact same time. Every piece that we do is done with human hands, and it comes from the heart, and the soul of the person is expressed. There is that element when it's all said and done, where it's like magic. Oh, look at that. That's what makes me happy. I love it.